Hello, and thank you for joining us on today's episode of the Water Cooler Guys Chat. Now please welcome Niswonger, Wiseman, and Mortar. Take it away, fellas.
Always gets me hyped up.
Woo! Welcome back. Another week around the water cooler. All right.
Yeah.
Seems like a long time for us, but it really wasn't
Kind of.
a long time ago. But
It did.
we
feel
had a
like
late recording
little
last week, but
Yeah.
it's been a busy week. So, thank you for joining us around the water cooler this week. This week we'll be discussing some of our fondest and favorite video game moments, either single player or multiplayer, or just couch co-op, couch competitive, whatever it may be. Some fun times that we've had. We'll have some villain tourney that we'll have a little bit later, and just kind of a few other things that we're going to talk about here. Some stuff we're looking forward to next year. But we'll kick things off as we typically try to do with a little agree-disagree segment here. First thing up, agree or disagree. Concerts are better than sporting events. Going to a concert is better than going to a live sporting event.
Agree.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I agree also. I struggled with this one for a bit because we go to so many, we'll just say Royals games and just have a fantastic time. And we go to a lot of concerts, have a fantastic time. But the thing that I guess triggered for me was a concert. You're going to see a band. You're going to enjoy every moment of of that.
Yeah.
The amazing songs. Sporting event, you're going to go and enjoy it, but it's depending on if they win or lose, you may have just a slight little drop in energy to where you're not going to have that at a concert. So,
Right.
Yeah,
So,
I'd
yeah.
say when it comes to concerts, the hype is just kind of there constantly, as opposed to a sporting event. Like I think I've told you guys before. Rose and I went to a Chiefs Raiders Thanksgiving game, and we lost. Home field, and we lost. It was Thanksgiving, so I mean the hype was there. It's Kansas City Chiefs. You're there. It's cold. It's great. It's the holidays, so on and so forth. But you still lost. Typically, when it comes to a band, unless they're just not quite performing at their peak, the hype just kind of maintains, and it's just, hit after hit after hit of the songs that you know. So
Yep. Yeah. The only time a concert could have even just a slight letdown is if you're going there to hear, you're typically it's going to be a band or artist that you really enjoy, and there might be just one song that you just absolutely love, and it's kind of a bigger hit of theirs, and they just may not play it that night, and so it's just kind of they played everything I love except for this one song. I really wish I would have got to hear that. And that's happened to us. This is just the way it goes. And if you go to enough concerts and go to that same artist, you might actually eventually hear it, So, yeah, I agree with that as well. Concerts are better than sporting events.
That is exactly what you said was the exact reason I was thinking too. Concert, you're going to love it. Maybe miss a song. Sporting event, you're going to walk out there in that weird when you lose and you're doing the walk of shame back, and everyone were happy about beginning of the thing, like all of a sudden you're walking back
the quiet ride home.
Yeah. That's exactly right. Unless it's a Royals game and it has to be a Friday night, win or lose, the fireworks after that it's pretty spectacular. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, because if they lose, we're like, well, at least we get fireworks. And if they win, it's like, man, we win and get fireworks.
It's a win-win-win.
It is a win-win. So
I go to a Royals game, man. I really don't care if they win or lose. Like, yes, it'd be nice if they win, but I'm just there to watch baseball, eat their baseball hat nachos, and enjoy watching you guys try to
sir,
jump
this
down.
is not your seat. Yep.
Yeah, oh my God. Do you? Okay, so
Yeah.
you want a story time? Wiseman?
Story time.
We go, and I'm one of those people. I do not. If I buy a ticket, that is my seat. That is where I sit. That is what I purchased. No other seat in this venue is my seat or should be my seat. Mm-hmm. I went to a venue or a sporting event where 3 other people did not think that way. Like they were like, we're just going to go down here. We're going to go ahead and move closer.
Bad
and
form.
Of course.
It works for us every time, except for when Nicewanger was with us. So, we get down there, we're like, sit down, and all of a sudden the usher comes over. Can I see your ticket, please? Sure, our seats are up there. We'll just go ahead and tell you. Yeah, you can't sit here. It's just like, oh. Yeah, but also, Nicewanger didn't look like the guilty culprit instantly as he's sitting there holding his helmet full of nachos and just, looking around, is anyone seeing me? It just...
Don't put me on the Jumbotron. They'll know.
Yeah, and so, I mean, what else is the usher going to see? Is like, that guy's looking awfully peculiar there.
Yeah, I believe we probably locked eye contact for a second.
Head down, keep eating, keep
not
eating.
Me. No, I had my ticket, clearly. You saw me this whole time. The bad part was that those seats weren't taken. This woman was taking her job serious. Like she said, don't let people get extra seats. She said, done. I am not letting this happen.
You didn't pay for this. You don't get it.
That's exactly right.
She was and I mean, I would be too if I had that job. I mean, if you told me that's part of my job, all right, I guess I have to be on the lookout. But
looking for, because otherwise, I mean, you actually don't notice. You don't know who's sitting where they're sitting if they belong there, unless you see somebody who looks like the proverbial cat who swallowed the canary.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, we typically go and just act like we belong there, and so why question it? But no, Nicewanger.
Not me.
She
knew instantly I didn't belong
here. You better come ask me for my ticket. He had that look upon his face.
Please absolve me of this guilt.
That's right. Yeah, I'm just here with them. They're making this. Yeah.
I believe I stared them down the whole.
She asked him, so, yeah.
Yeah, that was all done to me. Me, who's already embarrassed. Like, no.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What
Are
am
you
I
sure?
supposed to say? Yeah.
No.
We're just going to go back. Thanks.
Yeah.
Stared at them
next
the whole
up,
way.
we have wearing socks to bed is comfortable.
Oh,
Wearing socks to bed is comfortable.
No, let them breathe. I maybe used to think that way whenever I was a kid, but now, no, let your feet breathe.
I've gotten old to where sometimes my feet just get cold and I have to get up, put a pair of socks on to get them warmed up for me even to go to sleep. Sometimes I'll put a blanket over top of the blanket on top of my feet.
Sure. Well, okay.
That doesn't work. Then I have to get up and get a pair of socks. But going to bed regularly with socks, no, I can't do it. It can't do it.
So do you guys winter or summer? Well, Nicewanger, you need to answer this. I mean, you already look like you've got the Kansas City Royals hat nachos in your lap right now. So you already look like the guilty party. You wear socks to bed, don't you?
Hell yeah. Like,
yeah, you do.
Man, I used to be a not wear anything to bed person. Like, it was restrictive. Now I am as old as you can get. I love pajama outfits, long sleeve. And if you've never tried diabetic socks, go ahead and put those comfortable things on and go to bed and feel like you have cotton surrounding your feet. Like, it's just amazing. And they're warm.
For whatever reason, I feel like I see you in the early 21st century in your kerchief and long socks, getting ready for bed for the long winter's nap, blowing out the candle and going up the stairs.
Imagine
the
Scrooge.
Banister.
That's it. Just imagine Scrooge going to bed, and you've got
a
me.
long gown.
Hell yeah, he was warm. I tell you. I have a really thick blanket that I put over me. Like I sleep under the covers. I make my covers like obviously everyone sleeps under the cover, but like head over, like over.
Eskimo
like
style. Like you're just submerged.
I could sleep in a casket and be okay. Like a coffin, I could that cramped. Like, and I love that. Fully clothed, heat, like I am sweating like crazy, but I am sleeping like a dead man.
I think you said it right there. You're sweating like crazy. I think you have too many layers.
Something.
Yeah, let those feet breathe, man. Yeah, I mean, we do the same thing though. Whether it's the summer or it's in the winter, the air's on. Whether it's the heat or the fans are always going.
Mm-hmm.
One is because of noise. Two, for the additional circulation of the air.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're underneath those blankets. Like I have my sheet, I have my blanket. We have an additional blanket that goes on top of that, and then I have one personal one for me, and Rose has one for her. So, I mean, we're bundled up really nice and neat, And the heater, I mean, it kicks on, and you got the fans that are going. So I stay very, very comfortable. It's both cool outside of the blankets, and I'm nice and insulated. So no, I don't have to wear socks. Absolutely not.
We have we're very similar in the sense we each have a fan on either side of our bed plus a ceiling fan going. Summer, winter, it's all three are always on.
Yeah.
And we actually open our vents up during the summer to let the AC in, but during the winter we actually close our vents because the heat. We turn our heater down to 66 degrees at night. We sleep very cold in the house, and we turn it up. We call it daytime heat. We call it daytime heat and sleeping temperature and daytime temperature. So we turn the heat up during the day.
That's supposed to be good. Like, isn't that something? It's like good for your circadian rhythm or something like that to sleep in cold.
Yes. You sleep better when it's colder outside, so colder in your room. And we sleep fantastic. So the colder the better for us. We do great. And if some nights it's just really cold, we'll maybe put that just one extra layer of a blanket on top. But we start out that way, but midway through we're kicking it off because we get too warm even with just that. So we just need that little extra warmth just to get to sleep, and then we're good. So
knock off the icicles, and
that's right.
You're good to go.
That's exactly right. So, and then last agree, disagree for this week. It's okay to spoil a movie if it's been more than a year since its release. It's okay to spoil a movie if it's been more than a year since its release.
I want to. Yeah. Well, I was going to say, I think that there's a yes and no to that because I believe it rests on the context of it. Like if you're going to share it, say via this podcast, hey, spoiler alert, it's been out for a while. Here you go. But if you're in conversation with somebody and they explain to you, hey, I've not seen this, and then you spoil it for them, that's bad form. It's not good.
I am not.
I feel like you're talking to me right now.
Take it as you will.
I am not for spoiling movies, TV shows, or anything for anybody. If I know someone hasn't seen something and they may potentially watch it, I don't care if it's The Sixth Sense. I'm not going to tell them because I want them to experience as I experienced it. Right. That twist, and I don't want to feel like I'm taking that part of that away from them. So I spoil nothing if I'm around somebody who hasn't seen something, but if someone else has, I will divert my conversation in a manner to where the person that has seen it with me will understand what I'm saying, but the other person, I'm not spoiling it for someone else. So year old, 20 years old, 30 years old, I'm not spoiling it. So yeah.
But
looking at you, Nicewonger.
What? Okay, let me ask a question now. Paint a scenario for you, if you will.
Here we go.
What if the thing you may have came to mind right off the bat that you've spoiled is something that took a year or two in between shows, and so you accidentally spoil it when you talk to your friend who you thought was caught up. And like, because I spoiled for Wiseman what happened with Jon Snow in the season finale. I was like, I didn't realize. Did I realize that you had watched it, or did I just outright say it to you? Like, I don't remember what I did.
You had mentioned it in passing. Yeah, pretty much. You had mentioned it in passing because I was talking to you about certain scenes, and one of them was whenever he goes in, he has that big war with the whites and with the I can't remember the White King or whatever his name is.
The Night King.
Night King. Okay, so I was explaining to you that, and you hadn't seen it, but you had heard it, and so I was explaining that, and you're like, "Hey, don't ruin that for me." And then I think it was like a week later. It was, well, don't get too attached with him. Like, what? What? Man, this is Game of Thrones. What are you trying to say? Don't ruin anything. Well, all right. I mean, I feel like I already did, but are you kidding me right now?
See, a lot of my conversations, if I'm going to talk to someone about something, I typically up front, where are you at? What was your last scene there? Especially on Lost. If I know someone's watching Lost,
that's a good one.
I'd love for them to talk to me about Lost. I was like, okay, where are you at? Okay. And then I will hone in exactly what just probably happened in that episode. Like, yeah, that's exactly right. Well, yeah, I've seen it a few times. I enjoy it, but I was like, okay, that's fantastic. I said, I'm excited for you about what's getting ready to happen. It's just I may do that, but I always inquire where was you last seen, and so that way I know not to spoil anything.
Case in point, I mean, we're talking about the Stranger Things.
Next
and
week. Yes.
Nicemonger, you just actually messaged us today, and you're like, man, I just hit the season finale of, I think, what is it, season 4?
Season 4.
Yeah.
And you're like, I want to redo my list of characters because Eddie, and that was something where we had talked about where we're like, nah, we don't want to give anything away, but just trust me.
Yeah, I was thinking about
you'll
that.
enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I did not like his Eddie on his first initial scene. I was like, oh, I don't like this guy. He's just a loud guy, and they did a good job of presenting him as a loud, annoying person, and then giving him heart and like really fleshing him out really well. By the time he does that phenomenal guitar solo, like that was, I was like, oh my gosh, this is nice. This is good.
Yeah.
I did not realize that series finale seemed like it was like 3 hours long, or season finale. It felt really long. But yeah,
they had a lot that they had to flesh out on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't believe I remembered Max, who that was. Like I kind of did when we were doing the list, but then after watching, I was like, oh, Max, I should have gave her a higher score, whatever that was. Because dang, that girl paid some. Yeah. Woo. Nope. No spoilers. See? I'm just saying.
There you go.
That whole thing. Yeah. Case in point. That's it right there. Just talking away, and all of a sudden, spoiler. All right.
So, yes, next week, guys, around the water cooler, Nicemonger should be caught up through the first 4 episodes of season 5. So, we will be kind of diving into that with theories that we may have, what we enjoyed, what we may or may not like. We'll see what Nicemonger thinks of episode 4 of season 5, and see,
this worries me with everyone how they've been like, oh,
So
it's got me worried.
and then we got the 3 episodes dropping on Christmas Day, and then the finale on New Year's Eve, a 2-hour finale. The other 3 episodes on Christmas Day, I believe I looked ahead. They amount time-wise, the 3 episodes just short of 4 hours. So
they did like a Game of Thrones thing, didn't they?
Kind of, yeah, just kind of. Meow.
There's
making it early.
Yeah.
He got up for some food. I knew he was going to do it too. I was looking over here like, oh, you're going to make some noise, aren't you?
What did you call it, Matt? His cameo?
His cameo.
love that wordplay.
It's corny, but I love it.
So very good. Well, yeah, we'll have that next week and probably the following week, because we'll discuss the 3 episodes that we will hopefully squeeze in before we get to the episode and kind of lead into the finale. And who knows, we might make it 3 weeks in a row talking about the finale, because it's kind of a Game of Thrones type thing. It's a series that's coming to a finale, and we hope it can end on, hitting on all the cylinders there. So we'll see. So we'll jump into this week's topic that we have here, some top gaming moments that we have here with some games and or just memories that we have with certain things there in that nature. I have several things here that we can go down here, but if you Wiseman or Noswonger, if you guys would like to lead off, and we'll kind of just play off of each other here of what we have for thoughts here on some of these, because a lot of these, we're all 3 of us grew up on video games, and we'll have some overlapping areas there, as well as shared experiences playing some games here recently. So some games that we've played. So when you guys would like to take it off,
I'll kick it off.
Get the ball rolling.
So for me, there's several. Put the list here in front of me, so I'm at least somewhat looking at the camera. Growing up in my younger years as a kid, playing with my brother on video games like the original NES, playing Contra or playing Smash TV or Donkey Kong Country, things like that, or GoldenEye. I'd say GoldenEye is probably one of the more memorable times for me growing up as a kid. It was kind of the first time you had the true 1v1 first-person shooter. Was, at least for me, that was introduced to me with GoldenEye. And looking at it, I've seen these memes where you see like these kids have like a cardboard box that covers the split screen, so you got one that can only see up here and the other one can only see down here, because let's face it,
Screen peek.
We've screen peeked. Because if you remember
not me,
the facility, you knew like some of those walls that you could fade into, and there was a screen, and if you were playing Moonraker lasers and it was a one-shot kill, or it was the man with the golden gun, that was oftentimes, that was what we typically did, was you only live twice and pistols. So it was a one-shot kill and it was pistols. And that was the funnest thing ever, because just riddling somebody up with the machine gun on the 1v1, it only goes so far. And then every once in a while, because I figured that maybe my hit register would be a little bit different, I'd try to play as Odd Job. Once you get Odd Job unlocked, it's just you see from his perspective. Yeah, you see from his perspective, you just or whenever you're doing caves, how some of those areas in caves is just, it's so insane.
Proximity mines in cave.
Yeah.
Room up on the ceiling. Oh, so many keys kills
that little ramp
many.
there that's got the stalactites and the stalagmites that you could put those proximity mines on.
Yep.
And the other thing that we did was that we did paintball too, because that was to kind of help appease my mother. Because then if she didn't see the bullets on there, it was just paintballs, and it was better. The one thing that we didn't do, especially whenever we were playing the 1v1, was the big head cheat. Because then your hit register is just, it's not even fair. It's just a quick game. It's over and done with. But GoldenEye was a big one for me growing up. And then whenever my boys were young enough, we started playing like the Lego Star Wars and the Lego Marvel superheroes, and playing with them and exploring the Lego world with them. I didn't know that the Lego games were that in-depth and sometimes that difficult in order to solve some of those puzzles. Because here I'm thinking like I'm going to show them around. I'm like, I can't get past the first level. I have no idea what I'm doing. But the character
replayability of those games, because you can go through with 2 characters, but then you'll see a little door that Oh, I need to go through with that character now. So you have to go back and replay to get
exactly.
that
Or a
OCD
forced character.
completionist people there have to go and do that. So,
And
You have to
the
get that
blocks.
piece. You have to get all those pieces together and get the full 100 pieces. Otherwise, it's just,
The sound of the blocks putting together entertains me on the Lego.
I hear it
the
right
click,
now.
click, 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 click,
Yeah,
click,
like
click, click, click.
Okay, there it is.
So playing that with them, also playing Gang Beasts. I know I introduced that to you guys a little bit. I had played that with the boys. They had initially played that with some of their friends whenever they started doing online gaming. And I would hear this laughter and screaming and carrying on. I'm like, what are you playing? It's Gang Beasts. So I wanted to figure out what it is that they're playing. So I ended up playing with them. And so it was the three of us. It was both my boys, Caden and Lucas and myself. And so we've got our little Xboxes in our own different rooms. And so poor Rose, it's just a madhouse. Everybody's screaming and laughing and carrying on. And get him. No. Put me down. Watch out for the shark. And it's just, it's a riot. So there's that with my boys.
Experience.
Absolutely. I love it.
Yeah.
I laughed so hard my gut hurt. Speaking of which, so Sea of Thieves has been it's been fun. Matt, I know that you've played it here and there a little bit, off and on. I know that you've sailed the seas with us. I know Nicewalker, you and I had played it since I think the game pretty much first came out, when there was hardly anything to do. I was so hyped about it. I had talked him into it, and just you get the ship and you can turn the sails and you raise the anchor and you've got the cannons and all this, and let's sail to an island. What is there? I don't know. I think there's some treasure here somewhere. Like you can get something. So
when it first started out, that's all it was. Go find a bottle, get a treasure. You might find something else on the way, but that's all it was. It has grown so much since then.
The world has grown so much more to where you don't even have to follow any kind of direction that you want to. You can just point the ship in one direction and you'll end up with your own adventure and your own story. And that's kind of what the main developers had created when it comes to Sea of Thieves, is that there wasn't necessarily a currency that you would build. There wasn't a reputation, in a sense, game-wise, of like a KD ratio or anything like that. It was more so geared towards, what was your story? You raise the anchor, you set the sail. How did your story go? And sometimes it led to some rage quitting. Other times it turned into a blast, an absolute blast, where it was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that we just survived that. Or, your ship is just barely holding on and the thing is creaking and sputtering and splintering as you're finally making dock and delivering all of your treasure. So Sea of Thieves is definitely one of them. I know, we played Battlefield 6 and we played Destiny 2. We played a lot of Destiny 2 for a while. Yeah. And then, of course, here of late, we've been playing some Arc Raiders off and on, and that is intense. It is scary.
Yes.
It is fun. It is hilarious. And as long as you don't take it too seriously, you have a great time.
That's exactly right. Yep.
I
feel like,
go ahead.
I feel like we're just starting to turn the corner in Arc Raiders for myself, to where of course, we load in with the free loadouts mainly. Yeah. So we only have like 18 minutes before we need to exfil. And I feel like we get in and we only have like 14 slots. We go and like loot everything. All right, I'm filled up. Let's get out of here. So we're really
ready to go.
About 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're like, let's go. I got some duct tape. It's just whatever it is. And I feel like I got to the point where I built all my workbenches and I'm ready to level them up. Well, I say that it just did the reset today or yesterday. So everything's gone. Your workbenches stayed, but your skill tree, I think, is gone, or it may stay. Which also, I don't know if you guys realize, you only can level up 75 of those things. You can't play forever and unlock everything on those skill trees. So you literally want to be very specific of how you want to play your character. But they did add the option with the update to where you could, I think it's like 15,000 coins. You can opt to distribute your skill points, get them all back and then redo it. So, but it costs you. But I felt like when we played was a week or two ago last, I was starting to get to a point where I was going to be very picky on the loot that I was going to get. So I was like, I got enough of these here. Hey guys, here's some of this stuff here. And so I was starting to get very picky because I wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to specify on what I wanted to upgrade. So for me, I was like, okay, I feel like we can stay in longer than 5 minutes now because of my inventory. I wasn't filling my satchel up as quickly. So so that part there was getting to be fine. Because I've watched so many videos, people, it's like it goes through phases of that game where you're just looting everything, leveling up everything, and then once you get to a point, then you're really going in just to do the PvP portion. You're going in to battle other people and just have the thrill of that portion. And then there's raids that you can go in. That's the harder difficulty maps and the loot's even better in those. So, but of course, the Arc machines are also more difficult and more. And we always typically stay in one map, the dam map. We haven't ventured off to the harder difficulty map. So
I've seen videos
in the beginning portion. So
I have seen videos of the Emperor Arc, and that thing is as big as a mountain. Yeah. So dang. So a couple more things. One, just to kind of acknowledge, way back in the day, this was actually whenever I think I was playing a little bit on the computer. Nicewunger, this was where I figured out what being Nicewungered meant. But playing DayZ. DayZ.
I was gonna say that. Yeah.
Oh man. First of all, the game's a lot of fun. It is so big though, you quite literally need a map and a compass. And you need to be able to actually tell where you're going, even though you're in an area that's all like Cyrillic, and so you can't even tell where you're at. You're like Echakuchapadlaba. I don't know.
You also need to
whatever
know
that is.
Russian. Yeah. That makes it even more fun.
Yeah. So, but when you do find each other, it was a blast. We started campfires. I know that when I finally met up with him, he was starving, he was cold, he was dehydrated, and as soon as I got a fire going, he passed out, bled out, and died.
Just not the other day.
Yeah. He passed out, bled out, and died. Like when I finally met him, I'm like, there you are, thud. I'm like, oh no.
And guess what? I didn't spawn right next to him either.
No.
It was like, if you understand the amount of time it took us to find each other just for me to fall over and die, it was ridiculous.
By then it was already late in the night, and we were like, okay, we're gonna find each other and we're gonna log out and we'll figure out everything else. Nope, he died right then and there. I'm like, oh, okay. So when I came back to, there's his body. And then there was a part where we had come up to it was a military base, wasn't it? Yeah, it was a military base, and I was so proud of myself. I got binoculars, and so I'm scoping in, trying to watch for other players because it's a killer be killed type of scenario, very apocalyptic. You got to watch out for zombies and so on and so forth. But it was early on in the build, because it was still in its beta form, that they had just introduced handcuffs. And prior to this point, you couldn't just wiggle out of them the way that you can in the game now. You can, shuffle and wiggle and maybe finally break the handcuffs. Well, you couldn't in this build. In fact, you had to have a saw if you didn't have a key. Well, Nicewunger found the handcuffs. Neither one of us had a key. Neither one of us had a saw. And I didn't know he had handcuffs. And so there I am. I'm scoping in on this military base. And then I get this thing, you're being restrained. And I hear this click, click. I'm like, what? What happened? I go in third person, and there I am, bound. Practically look like I'm hogtied because I'm laying there, belly down. He's laughing at this. He's like, oh my gosh. I'm like, all right, very funny. You got the key, right? What? You got the key, right? I didn't find a key. I found handcuffs. I never found a key. Okay, well, tell me you have a saw. No, I don't have a saw. Oh, the server's resetting. Nicewonger, I'm going to be handcuffed when the server restarts, and you're not going to be here. What am I going to do? He can't even answer. He's laughing so hard, and then the server resets, and it cuts off. I'm like, I got Nicewonger. It was the first time I ever got Nicewangered by him.
I had to show you. Just get you aware of what's going to happen.
This last one. Go ahead.
I'm going to answer you on this one. I pulled out those handcuffs and it said use, and I had no idea what that meant. Okay, I didn't know if it was going to put them on me or you. But the next thing I know, you've clicked the handcuffs are on you, and I have I'm just like, oh no. you know that meme they have of the Planet of the Apes? Oh no. No. That was what I was thinking in my head, but all I could say was laugh because you were like, Nicewonger, get these off of me.
Get these off of me.
And my guy's gonna starve to death. I thought that what had made this even more is right when I clicked them on, we heard a like a bullet sound, and you were like, get these off of me.
Probably. Yeah. I don't even remember that. What I do remember, though, you and I were in the middle of a city once, and we were raiding the outskirts of it because we were not brave enough to go into the center. The center of the city is where all DayZ.
Okay.
The center of the city is where all the main loot is. The exterior of the city, you get some of the food, you get some of the things. Rough things here and there. You can find different clothes in order to stay warm, so on and so forth. Well, we got a few things. We rummaged through a few stores, and we're running around, and we come around to two guys, well armed, and they put up their hand. Well, I was reaching for, it's like F5, F7, but I was in so much of a, oh my gosh, I clicked the wrong one, and my guy pulls his gun down. The moment that action happens, black. I see black. They drew and fired. Nicewonger is standing right beside me and goes, hey guys, we're friendly. He knew what button to push. So like I'm talking to him via our I think it was a Steam chat. And so I'm like, dude, are you dead? He's like, no, I'm talking to him. What? Dude, you drew on them. I was trying to put my hands up like a wave or something.
Why would you draw on them? I don't know this guy.
It's crazy because the guys were like, hey, man, I'm so sorry, but he drew and we didn't know and we just don't trust anybody. He was like, no, that makes plenty of sense. Hey, do you mind if I loot his body real quick, though? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Sure, go right ahead. You're like, yes, all right. Hey, you guys have a safe trip. Hey, what a guy. Those guys were nice. Not Wiseman, you would have really liked them. Why'd you pull that gun out? I wasn't trying to pull the gun out.
How do I get those pair of handcuffs back?
What was I supposed to do? I just watched them gun my friend down. Am I supposed to be like, let me draw my gun now? No, at that point.
I now know what's going to happen in the apocalypse. Don't draw for one. And if I do, Nicewanger's going to be like, yo, I'm on your side. That was his fault. That was his fault.
Yeah, he drew on you, man. I would have done the same thing.
That is.
Hey, good looking out. Good looking out. That was good. Okay, so final one, and I'm going to pass this on. I have had so much fun with this game with the two of you, the three of us. Walkabout mini golf on the Oculus. That has been so much fun. I have laughed to tears. Send it. Yeah, Nicewonger send it. And I don't know how he does it sometimes, but he does. Constantly trying to.
It's miniature golf, man. You're supposed to send it.
It's so great. It's so great. And then, of course, the constant battle of typically between me and Matt of who's going to reach first.
Full send it is not golf. Okay?
Who's going to be second or close to where Nicewanger's at. But Nicewonger, I commend you for the full send because, I mean, listen, you only miss the swings that you don't take, right? So, and you take every single one of them.
You get so far down, you don't worry about missing it. Like, all right, if that goes in the water, I'm not competing here. I'm 10 swings down. What the hell am I going to do?
It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And especially whenever you can see our characters in our hands and the pantomiming that goes along with the conversation just adds to it.
The facial expressions, you can just tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my list.
Yeah, that's great.
That's a good list, sir.
What,
Man,
what,
all right.
what,
I
what
got
do
to
you
follow
got there,
that one
Mr.
up. Huh?
Nicemonger? Yeah.
No, just kidding. So I started my video games. I'll go from the beginning. I started video games with the regular Nintendo, playing Mario and Donkey Kong. That's where my video games started. When it comes to video games that I enjoyed playing, I would have to say BioShock is one of my favorite video games. When it comes to the twist in the game, like you're sitting there doing all this, and in the end, you find out the one guy who's supposed to be helping you is the one guy who's telling you who to go after, and then find out who you're going after wasn't actually the bad guy. Like, okay, well, I was just used the whole way. That was one of my favorite. Matt, playing video games with Matt, we used to get together. We'd play GoldenEye, like you mentioned. He would scare me with Resident Evil. He'd set me down and say, hey, why don't you play this game? And I would trust him because why would he be rude to me and do these kind of things? I don't even know what Resident Evil that was, but
The very first one.
First one was the best one.
Breaking through those windows and seeing your buddy just sitting on the edge of the bed and just literally levitating off the ground like he has superpowers, just levitating off the ground and turning a different shade of white that you didn't know human beings could turn. And,
was this in the mansion or Raccoon City?
Mansion.
Mansion, yeah,
Mansion.
mansion.
Okay.
And it wasn't right out of the gate, so I had to kind of describe to him how to get to that point, because you had to go into the dining room first, get the key, and then you had to go back across. And I was like, why don't we go over there, see what's in that door, you know? And he opens it, and then so then I just sit back and watched it just unfold. I was like, why don't you just walk down that hallway? And I mean, I've never seen a human being levitate that like that. That was
I was in a false sense of security. I was happy. I was in my safe place, and he taught me why you can't trust people right there. Core lesson unlocked. It was scary. Those dogs came out of nowhere. Like,
they did.
Man.
And I had the little surround sound that I had the volume.
I
bet.
bet.
The bass, so you could hear the sub, the boom. Yeah,
I wondered what was wrong, because we didn't sit in his room playing video games with the lights off often, and he was like, "Oh, you turned the light off." I go, "Yeah, okay." Yeah. That was fun.
GoldenEye, see everything,
right? Yeah. Matt, that's how I've known how Matt operates. Like how his deviousness when he messes with people. It's not out there. He's patient. That's all I got to say. So, all right. So that's another good one. I'm gonna say the WCW games. Matt and I were wrestling fans. We would play on the Super Nintendo. I believe it was
N64.
It was the N64? Okay.
Yep.
And we would just, if we weren't playing GoldenEye, we were playing the wrestling game. If we weren't playing the wrestling game, he learned right off the bat that I am not good on video games. Like, I do
button
not
masher.
Play it to win. I don't really have a competitive streak that I think like that comes out too often, because I'm just laughing and enjoying. But occasionally, we would play basketball, NBA Live 98 or 97 or one of those back then around that time. Oh. The amount of times we played this game, I should have had the buttons down. Right?
Yeah.
I could never beat him, because I would be running down. Like, there was one time I was about to beat him, and I just ran down and forgot what button to press. And yeah. So there's that. Those video games were fun. I've never beat him in any sports game, I believe, except for wrestling and UFC, because I taught myself how to do the cheesy move in UFC.
There you
and
go.
I ground and pound him every time. It was like a Mortal Kombat code I knew how to get him in. It was it was the one game.
Easiest, yeah.
It gives him nightmares. The one time
Yeah,
I get
I
to
can
win,
see
he's
that.
like, ugh.
Unresolved right
Red
there.
Dead.
Yeah.
Another game I've really loved is Red Dead Redemption, both 1 and 2. But with 1, I think the story and the outcome, I was not expecting that outcome for John Marston. Like, I was just like, what just happened? That sucked big time. I didn't know what the outcome was going to be for Arthur, but I enjoyed his story. I enjoyed the whole... I mean, you can't... Red Dead is like that game that you pick up and you just go on and you can do it. If you want to go play the story, you can play the story. If you just want to walk out in the wilderness and and shoot a bird or get attacked by something or fish, I mean, it is just a game, and it's polished and pretty. Like,
Yeah.
And I believe they just released a new update for it just a couple of weeks ago. I think I heard something about that.
Yeah. I believe so. Yeah, because they're actually, rumor is they're trying to release the current gen update for Red Dead 2. So
Wow.
make it even more
I thought we already
visual
had it.
stunning.
I did too.
It's not a Xbox Series X quality, so it's still Xbox One quality. Yep. So,
Wow, and it's doing that well at just that. Wow.
Right.
Gears of War. I played Gears of War side by side, shoulder with shoulder with my son, so it holds a very important place in the video game lineage. DayZ, for the game, for the same reason Wiseman said, it was the first game. I believe DayZ is the first game you and I played together.
I think so. Yeah.
That experience was the first time that him and I had played together, and it was on a computer that Matt had gave me to game with you. And I was gaming with you at the time. I believe we were trying one of the different Command and Conquers or something, Civilization or something back in the day.
Yeah, Civilization. Yep.
Which is a fun game too. Civilization Revolution. Oh man, that game. And my last one is going to say Sea of Thieves, only because Wiseman and Matt doesn't play it as much. It's a game that Wiseman and I will just get on and veg out and just, he'll be up doing the boat. Like, here it is. I am a deckhand. In any game we play, I am more than happy to stay on the boat, gather supplies, and cook your food for you. I will clean this boat. I will fix this boat. That's what I do. You go out
It's true.
and you do your thing. Go be a hunter-gatherer. I'm going to take care of the house. That's
Pirate. He's my cookie.
That is
on
how
the
I
ship.
play video games. Yeah. He's going, we go, and he's like killing ghosts and skeletons, and I'm over here with my storage crate just gathering everything. Like, I'm actively avoiding them and jumping around. Like, Wiseman, you got someone over here. Like,
I'm just circling around this to north from my buddy, the ghost.
yep, that's it. That's my games. I'm sure there's many
That's
more
good.
I haven't thought of, but that's the
good.
core ones.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to kind of start like you guys did there. My first recollection of gaming was back on the old Atari. I remember sitting there playing that with my mom. Space Invaders and Pac-Man. Oh my gosh, I just
Pitfall.
loved those games. So, and then of course we came around the generation of the NES, the Nintendo. I still remember going out to Walmart and they had it in the display case, and you could, the line of the kids there, just sit there and play that little bit of the Skate or Die or whatever you could play there for a little bit. And so then, of course, came Mario, and then Mario 2, Mario 3, and all that. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade. I mean, just great NES games. Played those a lot, and then I came of the age where I could get a job, and then I made paychecks, and PlayStation 1, here it comes. N64. I went and bought both consoles and just played it. That's where we played the Resident Evil on the PS1, and then, wrestling. Nice Swinger, I can remember we went over, I can't remember, it was over by the Winfield Scott apartments that are over there. I can't remember the name of them right now. we went over there, and I honestly don't know who it was that you guys knew or Nate knew or somebody. And we went over there, and they were playing the N64, and they were playing the WCW game. That was the first time I ever saw it, and I was just like, wow. And we sat down, and we played around with it a little bit. It's like, okay, I got to have this. And then we were just hooked after that. And, that was about the only time we really got owned on that game because we had never played it before, and we were learning it. And after that, we were, no one was going to beat us on that game. Like I said, our matches became pretty boring because we became so skilled at the block that I had to find niche characters that had kind of hard moves at the block in order to get an edge on those. So, but
it would just be reversal, slam,
pumping the chest out,
Yeah,
you're slapping it, So, but the GoldenEye, the WCW, the Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, tons of fun on old Banjo-Kazooie. And then I can remember, of course, working, PlayStation 2 got announced. And at the time, gosh, what was it? It wasn't GameStop. There was a store down in Joplin Mall, right by JCPenney's. I can't remember the name of the store, though. That was where you went and got the video games and the consoles and everything if you didn't get them at Walmart. And I remember the PS2 came out, got announced.
Radio Shack?
No, not Radio Shack.
Okay, I was wondering how old we were going here.
Yeah, but I remember I went down and pre-ordered the PlayStation 2 through there, and I pre-ordered, oh my gosh, probably like 5 or 6 games. They had a lot of my money pre-ordered, and gosh, it was a couple months out before the console released. News broke that they didn't have enough consoles for everybody, all the pre-orders. Wow. And so I was like, oh.
Wow.
So they were getting people that were going to go camp out at night. And I just remember, it's that big of a gamer. I mean, they got to where they were doing kind of a lottery of everyone that they had pre-ordered, and everyone they were just drawing names, and then they were contacting these people. You're one of the lucky ones that, are going to, let's say they had pre-ordered, 200 PS2s. They only had like 50. And so there was going to be a lot of people that were upset, and they were going to have to wait months before the hardware was come in. But they called me because I had pre-ordered the system, had it paid in full, and had the games paid in full plus another control. Basically, I was one of the few that had so much invested in it. They're like, we're making sure you get one. I was like, sweet, I love it.
Nice.
They're like, you need to be here at this hour. They're like, it was opening at midnight. The mall closed at like 8. Like, you need to be here at 8. You need to show your ID to the security at the door, and you just have to wait the 4 hours. And they had police there at the Joplin Mall that when they went in, they were escorting you out to your vehicle with this.
Yeah, because you're going to get jumped.
That was the big thing. And I went home, hooked up my PS2, and I stayed all night playing that. I mean, the Tekken Tag and the new Madden, and just, and the jump from PlayStation 1, the jump from NES to PlayStation, then the jump from PlayStation 1 to PS2 was just mind-blowing. Of course, our games today are just crazy. I feel like we don't get as big of a jump of just a wow factor as we used to, but how much more can they really do other than go in virtual reality? But
right.
PlayStation 2, great thing for me. Still probably one of the best consoles releases and game libraries. PS2, PS3, of course, and 360. Of course, we're on Xbox Series X now. We play a lot there. Nice one. I played the It Takes Two. Nice, just so much fun.
Wiseman, you got to do that with Rose.
Man, it's just, it is just. It looks like a kid's game, but it's not. And we milked that thing for all it's worth. It took us a couple 2-3 weeks to get through it. And it felt like it was never going to end, but at the same time, you didn't want it to end. And it was just kind of like, wow, this is so much fun. And we were playing, and I looked up where we're at. We're like, man, we're not even halfway through this game. It's crazy. So
it is a co-op game that, once again, I have this insecurity of how stupid I'm going to look when I play games. And boy, howdy, did sometimes this one really show. Like, just because there are parts where, I have to like swing from one vine to another vine to get something. And Matt has to do something over here. It was a lot like when we tried to do the Grand Theft Auto things where we had to be in charge of one thing. What were they called?
The heists.
The heist where and if I messed it up, it screwed it up. So there were a lot of times Matt was replaying something or we were doing something over where he's like, okay, maybe go over here.
Yeah. So we have a lot of fun with that. PC gaming, of course, I'm big into PC gaming. A little hard to do PC gaming when you're the only one on PC gaming. So I've jumped over to the Xbox with you fellas here. It's a lot easier because you don't have to worry about the updates and everything. But at the same time, there's a lot of PC games that are not on consoles that you guys are missing out on. So
that's why that new Steam game console.
Oh yeah, but you're also going to be.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the price on that thing.
I heard it was supposed to be like $4.99 or something cheap by comparison to what they're saying the next console is.
I guarantee it's no less than $1,000. It's probably going to be about $1,200, I bet. So,
gee whiz.
But anyways, it looks nice. It's going to be great, especially if you can play Xbox games on it. That's going to be a kind of a generational box. So, the Resident Evil jump scare, that is just fantastic. I always remember that. I love solo player games. I just finding time to complete, get through them. I'm going to admit to you guys, I have not finished Red Dead Redemption 2. I have heard the story for that is fantastic.
It is.
I'm going to sit here and tell you I have not finished it. I'm not even halfway through that game.
It is so worth it.
So often. I've restarted it probably 3 times because I get sidetracked on other things. Don't remember what's going on. I'm like, I feel like I need to restart. And so I do. And then I get usually to about the same point again. And then something pulls me off. So one of these years, maybe while I'm in a nursing home with my gaming station and nothing else to do, I might finish Red Dead Redemption 2 one of these days. So
I will say that when it comes to Red Dead 2, that once you reach a certain point in the storyline, you're constantly fulfilling it. I think early on in the game, you start doing some of the quests and you kind of just come back and forth to it and okay. But then the storyline starts to be really, really compelling to the point that you're hammering out that storyline because you want to, first of all, you want to find out what is this going to lead to because you know it's going to be awesome. And second, just the progression of that story. And then when you finally get there, it's just, you just sit back and go, wow, what a game.
Yeah. Right now, I can recall the last thing I recall is I'm at the base camp. And I've just trying to do any and all side missions. I am trying to completionist in me, trying to do all the side missions, leave the main story missions off there because I don't want to progress too far ahead. And I've collected all this money. I've maxed out my base camp. I've upgraded everything on my base camp. So I'm like, all right, I have everything upgraded. I guess I better go do the main story now. And so that's where I've kind of just left it off, So I'm kind of at that point there with that. So
speaking of spoilers, though, you're not familiar with how the story ends, though, are you?
I'm not familiar with how
I think
that's why I held my finger.
Yep, that's why I saw that when I was talking. I was like, I don't think Matt's gotten through this. I forgot about that little part.
It is worth the price of admission.
Yeah. Another game I want to get through because it started off on a very rocky patch is Cyberpunk 2077. I've heard that game is fantastic and it is excellent now, but it started off pretty patchy. But they've got it to where they say it is a fantastic game to play. So
I'm gonna have to go back and play because I too had that game and I just thought it was not up to. I was like, this isn't fun at all. And so I'm glad they fixed it.
Yeah. A game that I played that I felt like is probably one of the more emotional games, impactful emotional games, is The Last of Us. That first opening scene there, and just the impact, and just having a daughter and everything that occurs there. I tell you what, that impact, I was like, oh, I've not had a game hit me like that, and made me want to play through and see that story. I have not played The Last of Us 2. Again, that's another game I want to get through, that as I've heard the story of that is fantastic. So,
have you watched the
spoilers
show?
there. I did not watch the show. Nope. Because
really
I don't want it to ruin the game, type thing. So, yeah. So Last of Us is great. Of course, you guys mentioned Battlefield. Battlefield's my game over Call of Duty all day long. I just love that. Because I feel it's a slower pace. There's times that it's fast, but it is a slower pace than Call of Duty. I can keep up with it.
Right.
Mario Kart, Mario Party, love those games on the Nintendo Switch and everything there. The computer games, as you mentioned, Command and Conquer, Age of Empires, the RTS games, the real-time strategy. Absolutely, those are my jam. I love those type of games. I got Nicewalker to play Age of Empires. Hey, let's play Age of Empires. Okay, what do? Well, you start off with a little civilization. You create these workers. You have them go get food. Then, you have to go get wood and then, mine for gold or stone. And then you build up another building, which then you can create, soldiers, and then you can upgrade the soldiers. And then basically it is you're on this side, I'm on this side, and you just want to go and conquer, this. So, I explained all this to him. So we start in a match, and we get going, and I'm doing everything, and I've got my little army. I got my, got some soldiers and everything, and we had a river between us, so we had to wait to progress enough to get a boat. So then we cross against this river, and I get over to Nicewanger's camp, and I get over there, and I think he may have had a stick wall. He did at least build a stick wall, but all he had was a bunch of workers out farming.
Yeah,
and just collecting food and wood. I think maybe you've had
infrastructure,
5
not war.
soldiers.
Okay,
Nicewalker was playing camp. He was playing camp, and not any civilization could have came and took over his food supply, because he was just having fun farming and chopping down wood. And
that honestly fits.
That tracks, right? Like
playing Ark. That is
him
exactly
in.
what you did playing Ark.
Yeah. Yep.
I invited him in. Like, my people were hospitable to all 50 of his tanks that he pulled up with. Like, you don't understand. My village looked up, and we were surrounded by, like, the United States military, and we're like Somalia. Like we're like that level of.
He did not upgrade his civilization at all.
And there was no one that pulled a gun, so I couldn't be like, I wasn't with him.
He had wooden spears, and I was over there with cannons, and
It was like, go ahead and
what did you feed that?
Yeah.
Look, all my farms, man. My farms look great. Yeah. They're looking good.
Yeah, they're producing grain. That's helpful.
So, and just of recent, us playing Battlefield or whatever it may be, it's just the humor in the gaming, when we're trying to hear something going on, and Nicewanger may have just decided to have a snack or something, and trying to hear footsteps of the enemies coming around, and you can't quite hear it, or, just kind of like, but his fan's blowing on him, he says, so it's constant mic. And
I have tried to fix this. Huh?
What are we eating tonight, Nicewanger? My
pork rinds.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
I apparently suck to play video games.
I remember... There's a buddy, Tom, out in Atlanta. We were playing Battlefield, an older Battlefield, one time, and he got on pretty late because he's, of course, an hour ahead, and so I think it was about 10 o'clock our time, so it had been a little bit later for him. he got on. We played one round. He did good. And then we started in the second round. And all of a sudden, you just started hearing snoring from this dude. Like, what is that sound? And then you kind of see the little name pop up over there. It's Tom's name. And like, just snored away. Like, Tom, wake up. This dude was in a coma. So he got Nice Wonger's eating today, but back then we had Tom snoring, and it was that the way the whole round. It didn't boot him. I don't know how. It was just, so we had a round of
Probably
this
fell
dude
asleep with his hand on the trigger going forward.
Yeah,
so that he's just walking into a wall.
The dude was out. So when we got out of that round, we had to kick him from the party. And we got hold of him later on. I was like, "Dude, you passed out." I was like, "Man, yeah, I was out cold." So I was like, "Yeah, we know, we heard you." And he's like, "Oh man."
I have fell asleep playing video games many a times. It is so
we're walking to the
easy
wall,
to
and
do.
I'm looking up at the sky. It's like, all right, guys, this is my last round.
I think the three of us actually did that once on Destiny 2. We had just finished doing some sort of raid, and we made it back to our location to try to like either sell items that we collected or buy more items or whatever the case may be. And it got really quiet for about 5-10 minutes, and then suddenly. Did anybody else fall asleep? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Time to go, boys. And unfortunately, those times are getting earlier and earlier.
Yes, they are. Another great game, of course.
Yeah, that's Dallas.
Tawny and I have a lot of fun playing Rock Band. That is a fun game that she enjoys. Of course, she loves singing. And then of course Ghost Recon Wildlands. We had the three of us had a great time. The Predator missions. I mean, we could talk about those all the time. It's great. But what are the fondest memories I have playing with you guys? It's back when we played Nice Winger. Kind of hinted on it earlier, but just a very specific mission, the heist. And Nice Winger and I paired up, and then Wise, when you paired up with your brother.
I know what you're talking about.
It was part of a mission where we paired up. We had to go do two separate areas, so the four of us weren't together. I
think it was the first heist in GTA, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah,
it was the
I'm
very
sure
first
it was.
heist.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it very was. Yeah. But Wiseman, you and your brother had to go into this police station and get like this briefcase and. I mean, get out, and Nice Winger and I are like, no, we're not doing that, So Nice Winger and I, we had to go to a shipping dock, get into one of these crates, get a car, and drive it away. That was the getaway car. All right, that's up our speed. We can do that.
No problem.
I lost count of how many times we died. We hear you guys coming out like, all right, we made it out. All right, we're over here. We're like,
all right, where you at?
You guys were good. You were quick there. We died so many times just trying to get to the crate that we were like, okay, we're doing something wrong here. What's going on? So we get up there and then we're like, okay, there's a crane over here. What if we parachute in? Maybe we could parachute in. We're like, okay, how do we parachute? So I'm like, okay, hold on. So I paused the game. Of course, on that game, you pause. It kind of blurs it out a little bit. So I'm looking through the menus on this, looking around, and the next thing I know is I see this body just plop right down in front of me. And all I hear is Nice Winger say, it's not O. It is not O. Parachute is not O. I'm like, oh, okay. And of course, that has to reset our heist.
Yeah.
and I really get lost track of how many times. And we
man.
can hear you and your brother's voice like, Nice Winger, I think they're getting a little frustrated here. But it's not O. It is not O.
It's not the button. Don't
three
jump
other
off
buttons.
That button.
All right, we have a 33.33% chance of getting one of these correct.
Yeah. So then we finally figured it out. parachuting, and we finally got to the car. And then we were trying to get out with the car, and then we were thinking that was it. Oh no, they chased you with the car. Of course, it was a convertible, so we were getting headshot left and right. And then I remember we were like, okay, guys, why don't you guys try this one? I think we got the harder mission here. And so Nicewar and I were going to this cop station now. We were like, holy smokes, I was supposed to do this. And I remember we tried it 2 or 3 times. I don't think we even got into the police station. And we're like, yeah, can we go back to the dock? I think we may have it now, you know.
I take it back. I take it all back.
Your brother has played with us since then.
Oh,
no, he hasn't. No. I think that was the last time we tried the heist.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Like, I do remember that. I do remember that. I remember we got so far.
I still see it today. The pause menu, and just seeing the body right in front of me. And I look down, I'm like, it's not O.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
I remember funny mofo
saying, hey, let me look this up. Let me look this up. Let's see how we do parachute. Guys are like, let's try it. It's not O.
We got this.
It's,
it's normally O. It's not O.
So,
turns out O is not among the keys on the Xbox. So,
that's the other thing. There's no O to even play with there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. So great times gaming. The walkabout, love the walkabout golf.
Oh yeah,
regular golf. It's a lot of fun too. But
I think I hope virtual reality. Now that we have the Oculus, and I mean the games that we could be doing, the things that we could be doing with virtual reality could be so cool. At the same time,
to a point,
I would probably be vomiting if it was one of those where we had to walk around, because once you start moving in those games, I cannot do it. Like it messes
I
me
got
up.
motion sickness pretty quick just doing the kiddie demo area, and I was motion sick. I was affected for a couple hours. I had to sit down. I was like, oh, I don't feel good. Yeah,
I got that way with some sort of firefighting job. It was some sort of firefighting game that was on the Oculus where you're putting out the fire and all this sort of stuff, and you're running from room to room, and you have to do it in a certain time frame. And after I was done, I'm like, I'm a little sick to my stomach. I'm gonna sit down for a little while. I can't do this. I don't know how these youngins do it.
Yeah,
it is. See, I've been wanting to get an Oculus or I've been wanting to find a game that I could like run on the treadmill and feel like I'm running outside. I feel like that would be great, but I just don't think that the running and the Oculus would match up. You know, like chewing gum and walking. I feel like I'm going to fall off of this treadmill if I decide to do something like that.
Yep. I agree. So good times, guys. Love that. That's great.
Good nostalgia. You made me laugh. You made me cry a little bit there from laughing. My own stupidity.
Well, we'll shift gears here from crying to not so good thoughts here. Of course, this last week the Chiefs were eliminated from the playoffs here, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's kind of nice, just a little like. Don't have to worry about the stress of the playoffs this year. It's kind of like I can kind of sit back and just watch whatever's going to happen, you know, knowing that we're going to be retooling, you know, getting better for next year. I'm not going to lie. It's wish we were continuing trends, but same time, it's nice to have a little breather here for a little bit.
Right?
But
was it 7 seasons of this or 9 seasons of this? I mean, it's time for them to take a breather in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like them being in the playoffs every year is probably why they're getting hurt so often right now. They don't have a chance to rest. Actually, I read an article or a question today. Do you think that they should set their starters for the next 3 games and play their second string?
No, they're still playing for pride. Yeah. And it's Kelsey's last season, I'm sure, so he's wanting to go out. It's playing for some pride there a little bit. It's.
I'm looking forward to watching a game with no stress. Like, you know how we've been watching every one of these games stressing? Like, yes, let's watch this for the fun of football.
Yep. That's exactly right. So, and then we have, well, I mean, if you guys want to do a little movie, we'll do a little tourney here, and kind of how we do a tourney. This person versus this person. This is top movie villains. Okay.
Okay.
Now, don't think of them in popularity. Think of them as the character within the film that they are, and how great of a villain or evil or whatever person they are compared to this other person in, their evil, villainry within the film that they're in. Okay. So we got, what we got here? We got 10 of these. We'll dwindle them down here.
Now he's going to rack his brain and figure out, okay, who do I have? Who else do I need?
Well, the good part is this isn't a 3-on-3. This is just
we're good here. All right, first up, we have Lord Farquaad. Lord Farquaad from Shrek films. His villain, versus Hannibal Lecter. Which one do you feel is more evil, more menacing, within the story that they are in? Which one do you feel has more of a evil presence?
I'm going to say Hannibal.
I'm going to say Hannibal.
Hannibal? Okay.
I don't think I ever saw Farquaad want to eat someone's brain with fava beans.
Okay.
A bottle of Chianti.
Next up, we have Annie Wilkes from the movie Misery, Stephen King's Misery. Have you guys seen Misery?
Kathy Bateman?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Or,
Kathy Bates.
Not Kat Bateman.
Kathy Bates, yeah.
Okay.
So the movie Misery, Annie Wilkes, or Thanos. Which one do you feel was just evil, a greater villain?
I'm going to say Thanos.
I'm going to say Annie
Nice Wanger.
Wilkes.
Really?
I agreed with Thanos. I agree with Thanos. Like, I'm sorry, but I didn't see much wrong with his getting rid of 50% of the population and letting it go from there. Like, okay, like, all right.
Yeah, but like
Annie
Annie was
his
just
own
rude.
Chained the guy to the
adopted
bed
daughter.
and want him to write.
Yeah.
And then he would pit
I'm
them
gonna
against
go with
each other.
Thanos on this, but Annie was pretty good there though. So.
He's a bad father figure, and he's a bad type.
Next up, we have Agent Smith versus, I'm going to probably butcher this name, Anton Chigurh. Anton Chigurh from the movie No Country for Old Men.
Oh,
yes. Versus Agent Smith.
Oh, I'm going to have to say Anton on that. Agent Smith was just tired of where he was. Anton was just killing to be killing.
Except we're also talking about the entire human race with Agent Smith, though, too. Like, we're not just talking about a few people. Like, this guy was part of a larger conglomerate of AI that wanted to eradicate all human race. Is that what he wanted to do for Old Country or No Country for Old Men?
But no. But my argument for that.
Which one would you fear more walking into a dark alleyway? Which one would you fear more? Yeah.
My argument on this is you knew what to expect with Agent Smith. You didn't know what you were getting with Anton. He's going to ask you a question and play with you
flip a coin
before he kills you. Yeah.
Heads or tails.
Just heads or tails. This is the most important question I'm going to ask you, or you're ever going to answer. Heads or tails.
I mean, he just sounds like
he sounds like Sean Connery, but
Two-Face right now. So I mean,
he was merciless.
Okay, I'm gonna let Matt. You're gonna have to be the deciding factor. For the sake of it, I'm gonna sit on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna sit on the side of Agent Smith.
I'm
just because the whole world domination
Anton
thing.
On this one.
Okay.
Anton was very menacing in the film. So next up we have Hans Gruber. Hans Gruber versus Freddy Krueger. Which one do you feel is a greater villain in the film that they are in?
Okay, obviously Freddy. I mean, Hans was a bad guy, but he was also kind of a guy that you... Yeah. Yeah, he really was.
Yeah, he was more of an opportunist than a bad guy. Like, he was like...
Right.
Freddy.
All right.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Patrick Bateman. I believe that's from the movie American Psycho. Yeah.
Okay.
Versus Loki. Christian Bale's character. Yes, Loki from Marvel. Yep. Patrick Bateman, Christian Bale's character versus Loki.
I probably have to say Christian Bale's character.
Patrick Bateman.
Yeah, I have to say that too. Loki did.
He killed a few.
Us, really.
I mean, he killed a few people and took a guy's eyeball and did try to, dominate the world, but he got better.
Yeah.
He got
Next
better.
up, we have Darth Vader and the Alien. Which one is a more menacing villain? Yeah.
I'm going to have to say Alien on this one is a more of a menacing villain as opposed to Vader. Now, before you start saying that, he blew up Alderaan, technically he didn't.
But he did choke people out that did not agree with him, though. So yeah.
But it was his own bad guys, so I mean, except for Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when it comes to aliens, they don't have any supernatural powers. They're just gonna eat you or rip you apart. Correct?
They're unpredictable. That is the terrifying part there for them. Yeah.
Yes.
They want to
Vader
eat you, impregnate you, and
you.
Use you as an incubator, and Vader just he'll just kill you. Just be done with it.
Well, I was just thinking in the terms of being killed, Vader can do it from afar, whereas at least if you're face to face with an alien, you're like, well, I know what's about to happen. Vader, he could be off in the corner. You don't even see what's happening. He could be like, Star Wars stuff or Star Trek, whatever, the Force stuff.
Oh,
why,
did you just say
why is
Star
this
Trek
lightsabers
stuff?
coming out of nowhere and slicing me in the... Yeah, I did. Yeah.
I'm going to have to lean towards the Alien on this one as well. So, yeah.
Right, fine.
We got some DC characters here. General Zod versus the Joker. Which one is a more menacing villain?
I'd say the Joker.
I would as well. Next up, we have Terminator versus Voldemort. Which one is a more menacing villain, the Terminator or Voldemort?
Honestly, the Terminator. That thing does not stop. It does not sleep. It just kills.
Yep.
Yeah, I would have to say the Terminator would far outdo. I think bullets would definitely kill magic.
Next up, we have Sauron versus Michael Myers. Sauron versus Michael Myers.
I think. Well, I'm thinking kind of more on a personal scale. I think Michael Myers is a little bit more scary, villainous, looking over your shoulder. Sauron, I agree. I mean, he's a very menacing character, and he's moving a lot of pieces around the board and that sort of thing. But Michael kind of makes it a little personal.
Yeah, he does. But
now
you have to go
to
Quail Creek or wherever it is Michael Myers resides. Stay out of that area, and you're pretty much avoiding him.
Was that Crystal Lake or something?
With his magic eyeball. Yeah.
No, you're thinking of Jason there.
Oh,
okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Michael Myers.
Jason. Michael Myers. He's the one with the William Shatner mask and the knife. You know, pretty much feels like
Same.
Yeah. Next up, we have Pennywise or Commodus from the Gladiator. Which one is a more menacing villain?
First of all, have you guys seen the show?
No, but I want to.
I have not seen the
Oh,
seen the show.
man.
I heard it's really good.
Wow. Yeah, it is. So I'm going to say Pennywise.
Pennywise.
Okay. And we will work this down. Now we have Hannibal Lecter versus Thanos. Which one do you feel is more of a villain in their universe, their character?
Thanos.
Yeah.
Are you going with Hannibal? Man, what are you picking on?
No, I'm picking Thanos.
Oh.
Thanos? Oh. Okay. Next we have Anton versus Freddy Krueger.
Freddy.
I want to go with Anton. He just creeped me out more than Freddy. I know Freddy.
You can't even
worse.
sleep.
Anton is a pretty creepy dude.
Does he get you in your sleep?
True.
That's very true.
That is the hard part. He's going to get you in the sleep part, but Anton's just going to get you anytime. Like,
next up, we'll go with Freddy on that one.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Next up, we have Patrick Bateman versus the Alien.
Alien.
Next up, we have the Joker versus the Terminator. Which one is more of a villainous character in their universe?
I'm gonna have to say the Terminator.
I wanna go
on
with
this
the
one
Joker.
Still,
Wow.
you pick.
You should do these ones that you have to pick. You should put them through Chat GPT like you do the contest.
I mean, just for the fear factor alone, I'll probably go with the Terminator on that one. Just unrelenting, just constantly after you. Yeah. Next up, we have Michael Myers or Pennywise.
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 Man, he's always going to. Man, he's a clown. That's scary without even being creepy. Like,
so I'm gonna give one of these guys a bye. So actually, I needed another one here. So we will. We have Thanos versus Freddy Krueger.
Yeah,
Thanos could just
Freddy.
snap and kill you.
Yeah, Freddy. But Thanos before the Infinity Gauntlet, though, not so menacing.
Yeah, he'd have to
if
catch
you think
you.
about that. Yeah. The Alien versus the Terminator.
Oh,
Ooh, that'd be a fun movie.
I'd say the Alien.
Terminator. Bullets.
Terminator.
Acid.
Wiseman.
Alien.
Acid. Ooh, boy, there's another tough one. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Terminator's just hunting you. Aliens wanting to use you as an incubator. I'm probably go with the Alien on this one here. So, yeah.
All because the Terminator's not going to desecrate your body afterwards. Okay.
I'm kind of for that.
Fine.
All right, so we're gonna give Pennywise a bye this round. So we got Freddy Krueger versus the Alien.
Still
Alien.
the Alien for me against Freddy Krueger. Yeah, Alien is.
Okay, so now we have Alien versus Pennywise. Alien versus Pennywise. Which one is a more menacing villain in their universe? Boy, that's a tough one here.
It is.
Well,
I'm
I'm going to say the Alien still because, and I think the only reason why I say that is because the way that Pennywise was finally defeated. You can't do that with the Alien.
Put him on a ship and just send him adrift off into space and let him just ignore their SOS calls. I mean, there's that. So.
Would we need to watch like the series to see any more? Like, are we missing out by seeing the series and
that series is a prequel, so yeah.
Well,
I'm going to go with Pennywise still because he creeps me out. He's always creeped me out.
it is and isn't a prequel. I will say that.
Pennywise.
Tiebreaker.
Based off of the menacing, I'm going to have to go with Alien on this one. Pennywise scary, but not as
dangerous.
Much, as dangerous
horrific
as an alien. So yeah. So Alien's going to be the top movie villain there in our tourney. So good job.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. That sounds about right.
Good. I like that, guys. We'll do a quick rundown here of some movies coming out and see if you can tell me what is your most look forward to here. We'll finish off this week. So movies coming out in 2026. Which one do you guys feel like is the one that you are looking forward to the most? We have Avengers Doomsday. We have the new Spider-Man movie. Supergirl. Dune 3 is coming out. The reboot of The Mummy with Brendan Fraser and Rachel Weisz coming back. Super Mario, which I believe actually the Mummy film's taking place after the second one, when Rachel was involved. So it's not a true reboot, I guess you'd say. So the new Super Mario film, Jumanji 3, is actually going to be out next year. Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey is coming out. The Devil Wears Prada 2 with the original cast coming back. The new trailer that just dropped for Steven Spielberg, Disclosure Day film coming out. Project Hail Mary, which is a fantastic book, which I have yet to read, but I hear is fantastic. A lot of people are looking forward to that. What film do you guys feel like you're most looking forward to next year for 2026?
Probably Avengers Doomsday. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Avengers Doomsday.
With Supergirl second.
I'm probably there with you. Avengers Doomsday, probably a close second would be Spider-Man, but I would have to throw this in the mix with right there with him is The Mummy. I love the Mummy franchise, and so I am. As soon as I saw that was announced that Brendan Fraser was coming back along with Rachel Weisz, I was like, yes, please sign me up. I am totally there. That is one of our favorite rides at Universal Studios is the Mummy ride there in Orlando. So, and also I just pre-ordered the new Dungeon Crawler Book 8. Will be out.
Hey, all right.
Will be out. So I got it pre-ordered on Amazon.
I am not going to be able to catch up with that as quickly as
So Matt, are you fully caught up with all the novels?
Yeah. No. I am not. I am physically reading them. I'm still on book 2, sadly, with my busy schedule. It gets to a point where I could sit down and read a chapter maybe, or I could watch this, 20-minute show. I end up watching the 20-minute show. So it's just, I need to get, I got another buddy who's reading the books as well, and then he's fallen into the same pit. He has the books there. They were on a good Black Friday sale. It's just, and he was steamrolling through them, and then just got to a point where he just don't have time, and then he's just kind of like, oh, I have time to pick this book up, read, or I can maybe get a little more sleep right now, So it's just kind of like, that's where I'm at with it right now. I need to. It's sitting on my bedside, sitting there staring at me. So
I'm eagerly waiting for the next audiobook to come out.
Yeah, the audio book, I believe they said will be out in May. So
cool.
The digital and audio will be out in May. The hardback will be out in June. So that's what I got pre-ordered. I just saw that was announced week before last, I believe. So, all right, fellas. Well, fun week. I enjoyed the topics here. Some good laughter, some good reminiscing there, some nostalgia for us. So, great job there. Let us know what you guys think. What's some of your favorite video games moments and memories? If you've played with us, what if you've had for a good time? If you have played with us, we don't take very seriously, and we pretty much laugh at ourselves as we're playing. So That's part of the fun there. So
Do
we are
not
pros.
expect to be in the top 10 of any lists when you play with us.
No, and if we are, it is by pure happenstance, and or we were in a lobby full of bots. It's just, we're going to be honest.
Yep.
But I tell you what, we had a great memory and had a lot of fun doing it. So yes, email us at twcgchat@gmail.com. Let us know what you think and some of your favorite memories or some of your favorite games. And we will wrap up this week. We hope you guys enjoyed listening, and we will catch you next week, same time, same water cooler. And remember to stay cool and stay questionable. We'll catch you guys later. See ya.
Bye.